back this morning. We probably got, I don't know, inch and a half of rain last night. Had storms roll through. I actually had the tornado sirens going off and stuff. They had a little rotation south of town, so. But now it's like 58 degrees instead of 84, so. It dropped the temperature down a lot, dumped a lot of rain, but as you can tell, it's a little slimy on top, but there's so much rock over here that it really doesn't matter. Just like that bite, you can tell you're back down to the dust in the middle of here, so I won't be able to get any topsoil today, but I got 5 loads here I can move around, which will not even put a dent in this, but we can get those put in here, and then should be able to get all the rest of this cut out. Then I'll probably, I gotta move all those pallets and kind of clean up around that one dogwood tree to put dirt in there. I'll just work on some of these other spots that they're gonna want dirt in, just to kind of get everything prepped and ready, so when we can get more dirt again, they'll be ready to go. The first thing I got here this morning, I had to change the fuel filter. I think the Hydrema, I'd never changed the fuel filter on it since I've owned it, which is not good. But I think yesterday I got down to, it was a little bit above a half a tank, but I think the thing was sitting on such a crazy incline on some of this that the only thing I can think of is that it had some junk either in the tank or that filter and sucked it up, because it just kept like dying yesterday afternoon, and you had to go out there and like re-prime it and stuff, so it was like it was sucking the fuel filter dry, but it wasn't able to get any more fuel or anything up there. So I changed the fuel filter and the water separator, and it seems to be running now. There was a bunch of junk in that water separator, like little dirt particles and such like that, so I'm thinking maybe with the way I had it sitting way off camber and then never changing it, just move some of that junk around in there and got something in the fuel line. We'll find out in a minute if I take off and it dies again, and it may be a fuel pump situation, but I think it was more or less just junk in the fuel system and the way it was sitting, because this is, I don't really pick it up on camera, but this is pretty steep on this little end of it over here, so. But yeah, we're just back carrying on. Looks like I'm digging out my moat, so we'll get all the rest of this kind of cut out and ready to roll. So I don't know, it'd be tough to say if I can get any dirt by like Friday. It's supposed to be cooler, but still like in the 70s. But also, it's been so dry, the ground may soak a lot of this stuff up in 2 days, and then I may be able to get some dirt in there to me end of the week or first of next week. But at least it won't take near as long to put it back in. It's just kind of a slow go with the rock and everything else, so we should be able to get the dirt in here pretty quick. And I'm really thinking now, instead of having to put plywood on that driveway and back along there, just load the dirt in the Hydrema, because I can't get a tandem or a triaxle up in here. They're gonna have to dump, and that spot over there is on the spot they can. I'll load it in the Hydrema and I'll back it up in here as far as I can, and then just start dumping it, and then just take a loader and push it around and fill it in. Probably be I guess the easiest route. Some of that may get a little narrow for my loader, so I may have to borrow Dad's or have him come over here, or just dump it in thicker and keep tracking it in that way. But yeah, here in a few hours we'll have all this cut out, I think, so we'll just carry on with this and check back with you guys here in a bit. made it back over here this morning, and I'm basically just going to do some kind of general cleanup today. It's Saturday. I've got the cut along the driveway done, and then yesterday afternoon I kind of scraped up what I could around this dogwood tree, so that's one of the piles I'm going to load in the hydrema and take it around to the back, dump it off the hill. Probably get rid of this little bit of base rock. And then I'm going to move some of these stone pallets down to the entrance, kind of get them staged and out of the way. And then just kind of, some of these pallets, the companies, I don't know if they've sat here too long or what, but they don't want them. So I may just, he's got a burn pile down at the bottom of his property. I may just load them up and take them down there, clean them up. They can't decide like what they're gonna do with some of this stone. They're on pallets, but I guess they're just gonna be left over. They can't really take them back or anything. So I figure I'm probably gonna, if I try to pick them up and move them somewhere, there's really nowhere else to take them. They may want to put them at the bottom of the property in the back, but they got to decide that. But they're probably gonna bounce off the pallet trying to move it around. But so they may stay here for a little while longer. But I think I've basically got everything cut out. We're not going to do the stuff along the back by the AC units, and the rest of it, I got to get a smaller machine to get in by the courtyards. And we have, supposedly they're calling for a ton of rain over the weekend, like Saturday night through Tuesday. They're talking like 2 to 5 inches of rain. So I won't probably be able to get any more dirt till sometime next week. I thought about taking these 5 loads I got and just throwing over there, but maybe not spreading, because if we get that much rain, it'll probably just wash it all to the bottom. So I may just even leave the dirt where it's at over here. Like I said, it's only 5 loads. We're going to need like 30 to put along that cut, so I may not even mess with that. So yeah, it may be more beneficial just to leave it there. I thought about putting some of it, I'm supposed to put around this dogwood tree, but the problem is, we get that much rain, that's probably just going to wash and rut, so it may be a deal where I leave it there, we just see what it's like next week. They need to be able to spread it in there and then plant what they're going to kind of help hold the dirt. But like I said, for today, as close as we are, basically everything with the 260 I'm going to need to cut out is done. I got one stump on the other side of this tree I'm probably going to dig. I'm going to move those 2 pallets. The concrete guy's been supposed to be here all week to pick up all of his extra rebar and stuff, but that's kind of where I'm at for now, is just trying to maybe clean this side up just a little bit more than what it was.